Vegas, Nevada.
Harrison Butker.
It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Break on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Vegas.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
He'll find Moreau here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 of enemy territory. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
The losing streak can take on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense coming out here and bringing them onto the field. The most valuable player of last year's Super Bowl, and that's Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Ties the game at
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Carr going to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. Across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Goal to go.
Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody from running down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And this one through the uprights and good.
That ties the game at 14.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at him.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Hard sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack finally the first step in the right direction for a stop. They'll pick up a 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the gun, it's Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Brought in left left side by Snead. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Carr going to try and throw on third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll set up the screen to Dre. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Next to score, Raiders 17.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here at his current pace. Sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons, and you know, when we talk to those...
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. This is caught. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Raiders 20.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
At their own 4-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now the 7th-year running back, it's Le'Veon Bell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
14.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And out little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of International?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Mahomes going to throw. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Rico Gafford, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards alone. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point.
The kick is good.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams sprint to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 30-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Quick slant to Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now Carr again. And they don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job.
And this is caught, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get him. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there. Yeah,
it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
They'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. play action. Now it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Carr. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed 1 of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Carr completes it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a later touchdown. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one complete to Gafford. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They'll move the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So the second time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So, Derek Carr in the offense, down by 7, less than 90 seconds to go. Now, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And now it's out. Lost it forward. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He's back to throw. And it's caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Hauling his way forward. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Carr to throw again. And he will be caught, but zone says the field judge it's ruled incomplete. And that winds up incomplete.
Brings up second
And now only 5 ticks on the clock. And likely just one final go at this now. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. One final try now for Carr. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round